Know your path, be the master. Know your path and be the master. Indra Ali coming back at you with another video. I am recording this live. So while I get some confirmations, let me know that I can be heard and seen. Press a 9 in the chat box if you can hear me and see me well. Like to welcome everyone back to the channel. If this is your first time joining me for a live, I'd like to welcome you also. Before I get started, just one quick promotion, if you want to call it that. I'm for the past been like a little bit over 2 weeks now. I've been sending out a daily email every single morning at 9 a.m. every day for the past 2.5 weeks or so. Giving daily spiritual wisdom. So if you're in a spot where you're on the path to spiritual mastery, but you feel like you need some inspiration, some motivation, and you would like me to be your, as I put, your daily spiritual mentor for free, then you want to go to indraemail.com, put your email address in there, and you will get some information delivered to your inbox every AM. Every single day, I get multiple people sending me an email thanking me about the service and the gift of humanity of receiving an email. So that's where my energy is, besides the spiritual accelerator, which is my heart. But my energy as far as every day is giving free daily wisdom in the form of an email. Truth be told, it doesn't take me that long to write up the email, but I feel like the message and what it provides is very beneficial for this day and age. If you notice, I've stepped up the content, I've stepped up my YouTube lives, I stepped up just my output, because what I've been shown about what's coming in 2022, which I will do a video about shortly, probably before 2022, or at least the first month or so, is there's going to be a lot of changes on this planet. So it's my job, where I'm taking upon myself to get those rock with me up to speed, so you're prepared for the changes that's going to happen on this planet. All right. So shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm assuming I can't be heard. I don't see any 9s in the chat box. Can I be heard? Shout out to Janae and Shanika. SB got the juice. My moderators. Definitely put your contact information out as well. Shout out to Chris. I see you, bro. The Enlightened Journey. Definitely subscribe to Big Bro's channel and cop the book too. I got it somewhere around here, but definitely cop this book too. Just look up Christopher Huffman online. So what up, y'all? You can hear me? All right, we good. We good. So real quick, impromptu live. Y'all know how I do it, man. Just come on here whenever I get inspired to do something. And truth be told, I'm starting my day 1 of my juice fast today. So I felt there was a very beneficial message for me to come on here and talk about the benefits of juicing, the spiritual benefits, and also how it pertains to self-mastery. So before that, let me give you a little quick story about how I came into juice fasting. My oldest son, Oz, he's 20 years old. He's out the crib now. You know what I'm talking about. But he incarnated with what's called atopic dermatitis, which is commonly known as eczema. Probably familiar with it. You may have eczema or know someone who has eczema. If you know anything about it, it's mad itchy. They get these spots on their skin, and it's just very uncomfortable to have eczema. And being with him his entire life, I seen him go through just being itchy, just uncontrollable itch. So it's a series of events that I don't want to get into, because I don't want to make that too long. But after a series of events, it dawned on me that there was a way of clearing that out of his system, or getting him healthy, or getting him in a spot where the itchy spots weren't prevalent and he wasn't as itchy. At the time, this was early on my spiritual path. So this was definitely over 10 years ago. Definitely over 10 years ago. But what my spirit told me was there was a way of alleviating him from being so itchy. At the time, I was researching, doing a lot of information, a lot of reading of a brother named Tahuti Ma'atra. I'm not endorsing him. I don't know what he's about right now. I've heard certain things. I'm not condoning or endorsing anything. But this is a quick sidebar. When someone is providing information or providing a service to humanity, and they may get caught up in something or some kind of something unsavory or something nefarious, it doesn't negate the information and things that they put out. Just like, for instance, if I've been on YouTube and been teaching classes and writing books and say I do something stupid, you know what I mean? Just do something dumb as hell. Does that negate that everything I've done previously? In my opinion, it doesn't. One lapse of judgment can cause your whole reputation. You can have one momentary lapse of judgment, and it can just ruin your whole reputation and your whole life. So I said that to say, I'm not sure what the brother does now, but the information he was putting on D Herbs, his website, was invaluable to me early on my path. So he was the first person that I heard speak about mucus and alkaline and acid. He said that a body or a disease can't stay in a body that's fully alkaline. And to break it down, when you consume food, your food will either break down to alkaline ash or an acidic ash. One charges you and one drains you. Think of a battery. When a battery is charged, it's giving you energy. But soon as that battery's energy is depleted, it's no longer useful. That analogy is akin to when we consume food. The food is going to break down to an acid base or an alkaline base. And the science is that whatever you consume something that is acidic, it's going to form mucus. This mucus is what gives energy to diseases. If you look at anything in it with itis, arthritis, pericarditis, just any itis. Itis denotes inflammation of. So arthritis is inflammation of the joints. You're sore because you have too much inflammation in there. What causes inflammation? The foods you eat, that's the simple punchline of all of that. All right. So when I came into this information, when the spirit told me that there was a way of getting rid of this eczema from our son or whatever, we went on a juice fast. So my first time ever doing a juice fast totally related to him having eczema. So we went on a 7-day juice fast. What I noticed during that was after the first 3 days, after the third day, I wasn't hungry anymore. Because you're so used to consuming 3 meals a day or 4 meals a day, eating mad snacks and stuff like that, when you go on a juice fast, you're surprised. And I've talked to other people. Can y'all still hear me? Yo, can y'all hear me? Press 9 if you can still hear me. Let me get a confirmation that I can still be heard and I'll go back through. Okay, I'm back good? Okay. Might have been temporary glitch or whatever. So where was I? So what we did, I'm just going to get to the punchline. What we did a juice fast. And what I noticed was I took pictures too, by the way. I may still have the picture somewhere. But my son, he had this real bad spot on his wrist. It was horrible. It was like, pardon the graphic, it was pussy. It was like just real. It was like, imagine a layer on top of your skin, and this layer is just itchy and it's pussy and stuff like that. And it broke our heart to watch it or whatever. What I noticed after doing a juice fast and then converting over to a more alkaline diet, getting rid of a lot of meats and dairy and stuff like that, was his skin started to clear up. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. It got worse before it got better. And based on my research, they said that. They said when you do a juicing and you get rid of all the toxins, because the organ is the main skin, you're getting rid of all the toxins, pushing that out of your system. So you're going to develop more irritable spots. You may develop rashes and stuff like that, or even bumps, because your body is ridding itself of the disease and the mucus and pushing out of your body, and it's coming through your skin, which is the largest organ. So we literally seen what we call the itchy spot just melt away from him. If you didn't see it, you probably wouldn't believe it. At the time before we started it, he was on hundreds of dollars worth of medicines. He was on steroids, all these creams and all this different crap that the dermatologists and the doctors gave him, because they know they're getting paid as long as we continue to take that medicine. But after curing him, and I can safely say that, after curing him, he no longer required the medicine. When I first started the juice fast, I told him, hey, yo, you're not taking this medicine. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. I don't remember how long it took. It took months, though. I ain't going to hold you. It took months. But after those months, we can literally see his skin just start to clear up. So imagine a person having all kinds of patches on their skin, itching uncontrollably, to months later having nothing on his skin, literally smooth as a baby. That's the power of juice fasting and converting over. So that is how I came about juice fast. It had nothing to do with spirituality, had nothing to do with self-mastery. So fast forward years later, I came into the presence or got to know a gentleman by the name of Sai Shanti, Salim Yogi Shanti, who I consider one of my mentors back in the day. At this time, I was on my path, hard body, as far as my spirituality. I was out of the conspiracy theories and look what the church is doing. Look what they're doing to little black babies and stuff like that. I was out of that chamber, so to speak. No offense if that's where you still are. But I was out of that energy and I was more into a inner journey and cultivating my spirit. So I remember clearly, I was like, man, I wish I had somebody to build with, somebody that's been on this path longer than me. Because at the time, I didn't have any ALites, anybody in my circle that's been awake longer than I have. In fact, I was kind of the catalyst for my cousins and friends at the time to them getting started on this spiritual journey. So I had no one to kind of exchange notes with and be like, man, this is happening to me. Let me make sense out of it. And I was having a bunch of experiences and had no one no one to bounce it off of. So I remember clearly I was driving a semi truck at the time. And I remember clearly thinking, man, I wish I had somebody, that was cool with, that's been on the path longer than me. And I got an email from a gentleman, Sai Shanti, when I made a video talking about Moringa. And coincidentally enough, I was talking about Moringa and juice fast, if I'm not mistaken. He seen my video at the time because I wasn't as popular as I am now, quote unquote. I even had my phone number on the video. You feel me? Like, who does that? And dude contacted me or whatever. So we end up exchanging notes, talking, chopping it up, and we had a mutual respect for each other, and we was vibing with each other. So we started cultivating a relationship. Come to find out that this dude is older than me by like 8 years. He's been on the path longer than I have. He's experienced things that I've yet to experience. And when I was sharing things that I was going through, he was able to give me some clarity. And I remember this one thing, very important, amongst other things that Sai told me. But he told me something very important. I remember talking to him and I was like, you know what? It just hit me one day. I was like, man, I've been able to quit everything. I've smoked weed, took breaks, quit. I've drank, not drink. I've smoked cigarettes, not smoked. I was like, it seemed like I've done all these things and then quit or whatever. Like, and my default is I have a somewhat of a addictive personality. So to be able to quit something that other people get addicted to, I'm not going to say it hasn't been a struggle, but if I want to quit something or don't participate in something, I have enough willpower and discipline where I can do it. And I told him, I was sharing this with him, and it was just like a revelation, realization that I was just sharing with a big brother, so to speak. And he said something I'll never forget. He was like, Ali, or he calls me Master Ali, but I'll just say Ali. He was like, Ali, he said, that is a sign of a person with a high level of self-mastery. And I just thought it. I was like, damn, I was like, that's take me out of it. Take me out of it. That is profound. To be able to quit something that a lot of people are addicted to and to be able to refrain from things that a lot of people are consuming. Like they tell you you have to eat. But to go on a 7-day juice fast and not consume solids for an extended period of time, that's showing that you have a level of control. Control is another word for mastery. So when he told me that, I was like, yo, that is profound. So when you do a juice fast, it's not only going to raise your spirit, where I'm going to get into, but it also proves a high level of self-mastery. After that, I gave up cursing. And truth be told, I don't believe in curse words. I don't believe in no purely good or bad, and you should do this and not do that. That's not my reality. If you fall into that vein, you're more like a Christian. These are your commandments. Don't do this. You need to do this. That's a Christian mindset. You feel me? I'm a straight occultist and a spiritualist, so I don't deal with that. I make my own rules. But the reason I quit cursing initially was from Dr. Gibson. I was rocking with the words of power, and his instructions were do not curse, do not drink, do not do drugs in order to use these words. So at the time, that was my main catalyst for not cursing. But after I became more spiritually mature, and I figured you can use words of power, and this is just me talking freely. You can use words of power and do any magic doing whatever the hell you want to. There's no set rules. I don't follow any man's rules. And I say that out of all due respect to everyone that came before us. But as my own master, I'm not following and abiding to any man. That's just how I get down. But what hit me was that's also another form of self-mastery. To be able to control the language that comes out of your mouth. To not use jargon and verbiage that you're accustomed to be around people using certain language and you still refrain from doing it. That's a high degree of self-mastery. And I'll put it like this. If you can control what you put in your mouth and you can control what you put out of or what comes out of your mouth, that shows a high level of self-mastery. Go through the day right now and don't curse. If you're somebody that curse hard body, go through the day without cursing and see how difficult it is because you don't have a certain level of control over yourself. So that's just another thing that I was like, man, that just shows a level of self-mastery. And I'm saying all that to say, because I'm not special. And I tell y'all this all the time. I am not special. But what I am is a person that looks in the mirror and say, I am the master of myself. And once you make that declaration, you're able to make moves as such. You feel me? So you set your own rules. Even to this day, I still don't curse. I might say hell or damn, but I don't curse. And once again, I don't even believe in curse words. I don't believe that exists. What's a curse word? Who said this word is bad? You feel me? Another man. And I told you I don't listen to man. So all that to say, whenever you juice fast, it's going to be a heightened level of spiritual maturity, and it's also a level of self-control. As far as the spiritual growth and spiritual maturity, why do you think all the cultures and all the spiritual sets and all the religions go on a fast during a certain periods of time? Why? Why do they fast before they do certain things? Why the story of Jesus, which I'm not saying is real, but it's based off something real. Why did the story of Jesus, why did he go, if I'm not mistaken, pardon me if I'm off base, but why did he go into the mountains or go somewhere for 40 days and fast before he came back to preach? Why? Why do certain people, when they get into certain rituals and certain times of the year, go through a cleansing, which involves fasting? Fasting has always been tied with some sort of spiritual awareness, some sort of rites of passage, however you want to put it, but it's always been in that frame. So if you've never been on a fast, you don't know the benefits. So I'm here to share it with you because I've done many fasts. I've undergone many fasts. One of the things you'll notice is heightened levels of intuition. If you think you're intuitive now, don't fast and feel how intuitive you are. With that intuition, your dreams become HD. If your dreams right now are standard version 720p, however you want to put it, black and white, going to juice fast, your dreams are going to become crystal clear. If you don't recall your dreams, you're going to fast, you're going to recall every damn dream that you have for the most part. Your awareness heightens. You're able to not only sense things, but you're able to see things. So fill in a blank. You want to see ghosts, you want to see spirits, you want to see shadows, you want to see whatever. When you go on a fast, those become more prevalent. I'm gonna put an analogy like this. Imagine this is what separates us. Imagine this is the veil, and imagine this is the veil, this is you, and this is reality. Whenever you go on a juice fast, the veil gets thinner. So if you're not able to hear your ancestor, you're not able to hear your intuition. When you go on a juice fast, this veil gets thinner to the point where it may look like that. To the point where it gets thinner and thinner, where it seems like a piece of paper. You want to talk about the thinning of the veil? Juice fasting is a cheat code for thinning the veil. When it's about to be the winter solstice, when it's about to be 2022 coming up right around the corner, my spirit is directing me and guiding me into doing this juicing. So that's another reason why I want to put this out here is if you're in a position now where you're able to juice fast, and I'm going to show you how to do it in a very simple way, I would recommend doing it during this time. You don't have to do it for 7 days. You don't have to do it for 3 days, but do it however long you see fit. Speaking of Sai, I think he's going on the juice fast for like over 30 days, something stupid. You feel me? So there's no set rules for doing this thing. So let me give you the science on how to do a juice fast. All right. And pardon me too. I finally caught a little bug, feeling a little bit sick. I usually get sick maybe once every 2 or 3 years or something crazy like that. So I'm a little bit under the weather. And my sick is just me coughing a little bit. Nothing major, but I may have to cough every once in a while. So in order to do a juice fast, you can do it one or two ways. You can either juice your own fruits and vegetables, and these are just any fruits and vegetables that you like. You can get a juicer and juice them. Or you can go to the store and get 100% fruit juice. 100% fruit juice. So those are the two ways that you can do it. Me personally, I just drink and consume as much juice as I want. So in the morning, even though I haven't done it yet, because truth be told, I still gotta go to the grocery store and cop some supplies. But in the morning, what I do is I make a pitcher of juice, and I do this every morning. I make a pitcher of juice, have me a glass or whatever, whenever I feel like breaking my fast, which is any time that you consume something is when you break your fast. So I'll make my juice in the morning, early a.m., put it in the refrigerator, keep it chilled, and that's the juice that I will consume all day. If I get to the point where I feel like that I want something solid, I'll take the juice, put it in a cup, and put it in the freezer. That way I can make it like an ice ball or something like that. Shout out to everybody that grew up in the hood. In the hood, especially growing up when I grew up in, we always had a lady, big mama in the hood, always making ice balls with Kool-Aid. You feel me, with the little plastic cup joints. Like y'all don't even know about that. But it'll always be a lady in the hood that always made ice balls. That's the same thing I do with my fruit juice. You feel me? So I'll make a ice ball, make a little, and I take a spoon and like shave it or whatever and consume it that way. So you can consume as much juice as you want. And this another thing too, if you don't want to go hard body into a juicing, just do raw fruits and vegetables. Like don't eat any cooked food, just eat fruits and vegetables for a week or however long you want to. That's another thing you can do. If you've been conditioned with the standard American diet and that's all you've done for a minute, then by just eating raw, you're probably going to increase your psychic ability, intuition, all the spiritual benefits as well. But for me personally, I love doing the juicing. So it's been it's been over a year since last time I done the juice. So it's long overdue. And like I said, there's some energies that's coming to the planet in 2022. Truth be told, I want to finish getting all the information from my spiritual dream team, if you know what I'm talking about, as far as what's coming in 2022. And once I get all my confirmations, I will come on here and share it for you. All right. So that's the deal. If y'all have any questions about juice fasting, go ahead and holler at me now. Didn't want to make this too long, but definitely want to give y'all some information on it. You feel me? Definitely go to indraemail.com for the daily spiritual wisdom. Shout out to everybody that's gotten the email this morning, pumping them out hard body, yo. Definitely need to cop them joints, man, for free. Like, what, I don't know of any other spiritual teacher or mentor that's giving you information in the form of the email every single day. They are, more power to them, you know, but hopefully this sparks other people to do the same thing. I feel like we're in a spot now where our teachers, leaders, mentors, people that are out here professing to be somebody, leading people, we need to hold these people accountable. Need to stop following people who are doing things for nefarious reasons, trying to get a following, trying to do all these weirdo stuff. The true teachers are only guiding you to yourself. I'm not guiding you to follow me and me be your leader and bow down to me. That's stupid, yo. My job is to help you go deeper within yourself. And like I tell y'all, when I don't have a job, then that means my job is done. But as long as people feel like they still need guidance and mentoring and stuff like that, then I'm gonna continue doing what I do, and other people are as well. But we need to get to, in my opinion, we need to get to the spot where the people that are not doing this for the quote unquote right reasons, they need to be called out and they need to be eradicated. We need to get rid of them. We want to get rid of religion and ministers that are just wanting offerings and just want a fellowship of people and aren't doing it for the quote unquote right reasons. I'm not saying every minister is not doing it for the right reason, but we want to get rid of religious teachers like that. Then in my opinion, we need to hold spiritual teachers to that same standard. In fact, we need to hold them up to a higher standard. If they're not helping people help themselves, then they're helping themselves, and we need to get rid of them, in my opinion. So do I have any questions for dealing with the smoothies, Joe? Put a question before your question as well. And then I need to get off air and stop my, got a couple stocks that I need to monitor and get rid of. Got to get rid of one. I told y'all I was day trading. I've been more swing trading now because all the work I'm doing, I'm not really able to focus on the day to day. Chris said, the enlightened journey said, biggest advice I gave him that changed his life: be more of a doer and less of a talker. Man, you already know, bro. You already know. I know how at Mo hit me up. I want to say a few weeks ago. I ain't holler at Mo in a minute or whatever. He's still talking about them legendary bills we used to have. Yeah, you can do a smoothie. You do a smoothie. Once again, I think if you just get away from just fried food and just the standard American diet, just a lot of animal byproducts and meats and dairy and just acidic stuff, sugary stuff or whatever, you just cut that out, you're automatically going to increase everything that I've spoken about. You feel me? And once again, if you're listening to someone, and I know somebody I highly respect, and he downplays, nutrition stuff all the time. I feel like if you haven't done a juice fast, if you haven't went vegan, if you haven't gone vegetarian for any amount of time, in my opinion, you cannot speak about it. Once again, I'm not the person be like, this is the right way of doing things, this is the wrong way of doing things. But I'd be remiss, I'd be jerking y'all if I didn't keep it all the way tall with you. When you change your diet, when you can change what you consume, your whole physical being will change, and that includes your spiritual and mental self. It's like 1 + 2 = 3. You change your diet and you consume more alive foods and alkaline foods, your vibration will change. Anyone telling you otherwise, they haven't done it. They're just only speculating. There's a doctor by the name of Gabriel Cousens, Cousens. And he did a retreat where he had diabetic patients go on a juice fast or whatever. So they didn't take their insulin. I don't think they took their insulin. They did at first, but he had them take their insulin. He was monitoring them every day. Long story short, the type 2 diabetics eventually didn't need their insulin. By just drinking fruits and vegetable juices, they no longer needed their insulin. The only problems was with people with type 1 diabetes, which is considered you incarnated with that. So I don't think they got rid of their type 1 diabetes. But people with type 2 diabetes got rid of their insulin. Only reason they would need to take their insulin is because they went back to their diet. You feel me? They went back to their diet. So what does that tell you? My son got rid of eczema by changing his diet. Now he's an adult, so he can do whatever he wants to. And still to this day, if he feel like he's getting too flary, he'll change his diet. He'll stop eating so much animal products and go vegetarian. He was taught that as a youth. So he knows how to get rid of it if he chooses to. You feel me? So most of the conditions that you have, if you change your diet, especially anything in with itis, once again, I'm not a medical advisor or stuff like that. Consult your doctor. Don't be suing me. You feel me? But if you change that, I assure you it will improve your life, man. Anybody telling you otherwise, they don't know what they're talking about. Juice fast with protein powder, is that okay? I thought about that, yo. You have to do you. I personally, after probably almost 2 years now of lifting weights every like damn near 5 days a week, I'm for the past week and a half haven't lifted weights. I'm took a break from lifting weights. So if you're worried about keeping certain muscle, which I'm not, obviously, if you're worried about keeping certain muscle, you may want to consume protein. But just follow your own intuition, your own spirit. You feel me? Dr. Sebi, legend. Peace and blessings be upon him. Legend. Absolute legend. Once again, whenever you got to notice, whenever someone's doing great works, they're always met with some bull crap. You feel me? With some people pushing some information that may not even be true. There's a brother who has allegations of raping people, but this dude got like beautiful wives and stuff like that. So, I mean, just using common sense, is he raping little girls? Like, I don't think so, but they always put something out to slander you. Hell, if I ever got to the point where I got millions of followers, trust and believe there's going to be some information saying Ali did this, Ali did that. It just comes with the territory. But Dr. Sebi, legend, in my opinion. What are some good recipes? I just put some juices together. I don't really trip off all of that. You feel me? But I know last time I did my juice fast, I had a concoction that I was rocking with. I don't even remember it now. But right now I know I got some pears, some Basque or Asian pears, which is my favorite fruit by far. I'm gonna get some spinach, maybe a banana or something like that, and just put it in there. Once again, when I'm juicing, it's not really for taste. I'm just got to get something in my system. God, truth be told, I've never gone on a complete water fast, which I may do eventually. So as far as recipes, just do you. You feel me? Any other questions? As I check and see what the market's doing. Okay. You can do it for as long as you want to. You can do a fast for 1 day. You can do a fast for hours, or you can do a fast for 30 days. It's up to you. Somebody said, I healed my daughter from being sick in 4 days from ginger detox blast juice I made. Yep. Pardon me. There's the father who they consider the father of medicine, Hippocrates. When doctors take the Hippocratic oath, that's what it's named after. Is the Hippocrates, I believe, is how you pronounce it. He's considered the father of medicine in Greek, which we know Imhotep was before him, but that's a whole nother story. But he said, let food be thy medicine and let medicine be thy food. So the person that the medical doctors have to make an oath based on this man's name told you to let your food be your medicine. But when you go to a doctor, when you go to medical school, and I have a cousin who was damn near a doctor. He's in a Moorish community now. He's a high member in the Moorish temple, Moorish of America, and he changed his calling. A semester away from being a doctor, he went to college, went to medical school. Literally a semester away from being a doctor, He changed his mind, didn't want to do it anymore. I remember talking to Cuz about this, my blood cousin. So I said that to say that when I was coming into the information about the pineal gland, when I was coming into information about nutrition and stuff like that, I asked Cuz, like, yo, do they teach you this in college? He told me they get he said very little information about the pineal gland, and they get very little information about nutrition. So your doctor that you're going to, they don't even know about nutrition. Why don't you think that most of them just prescribe you medicine? But Hippocrates, who's considered the father of medicine, said, let food be your medicine. So this is a wake-up call. If you're dealing with any kind of diseases or ailments or stuff like that, I implore you to look up some information dealing with the diet, and specifically look up information from mucus and alkaline and acid. Alkaline forming foods, acid forming foods. If you put that in, it's going to lead you down a rabbit hole of information. You're welcome. Motivate, we got them coming through. Like I told y'all, we get our Motivate literally from Czechoslovakia. The person that pulls out the ground is the people we copper from. So we'll have it in. He shipped it over a week ago, but it takes like a few weeks to get in. So we'll definitely have some Motivate on the site. And our Motivate is real, authentic as hell. Any other questions, yo? Hey, shout out to Joshua. Peace, bro. See people giving in some information. All right, somebody said a book, Healing Thyself, Dr. Ali. Also, Queen Afua, legendary. She need to be held up in high regard in the community. Queen Afua, legendary. Heal Thyself, look her up on Amazon as well. As far as I know, pardon me, that she has some sort of ailments, and she went and changed her diet and got rid of the situation she was dealing with. It's funny how people just, whenever the universe is always guiding you. Like I said, I was guided to have our son go into a juice fast, change his diet, and get rid of his eczema. The universe guides you. So I believe a lot of these people, they've been guided from the universe. They have their own experience, and they're able to share. I'm able to come up here with full conviction and share my information about juice fasting. This isn't stuff I looked up. This is my life. I know for sure. I'll tell you all this. True story. Peace and blessings be upon her. First time my grandmother came to me in a dream was during a juice fast. First time. She transitioned. I ain't have any sighting, any dreams, nothing until I went in a juice fast. And when I went under that juice fast, and I remember it to this day, I remember her coming to my dream, and it was similar to the dreams that people tell you where their ancestor comes to them and let them know they're okay. That's kind of even though I knew she was fine, she came to me in my dream and let me know she was okay, and that she was with me or whatever. That's the power of juicing. So I can tell y'all story after story about juicing, but I don't want to make it about my experience. I want you to have your own experience. So I humble myself and just let that be, just the way it is or whatever. I'm not big on coming over here and just telling y'all all this stuff about me, because you may not have that experience. But I can safely say beyond a shadow of a doubt, your dreams will heighten for sure. No ifs, ands, or buts. Oh, welcome, Sharita said, I have her book. I'm speaking. I think you're talking about Queen Afua, and join the Spiritual Accelerator Program and read Immortal Body of Light by Dr. Gibson. Beautiful book. Beautiful. And welcome to the program if I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you. My accelerator members too, tomorrow is member practice reading, so make sure to come through. Like I tell y'all, we got some high level intuitives. We got psychic mediums in there. We got card readers, you know what I'm saying? Like the accelerator members are really, really on levels, yo. Like I tell y'all, it's not an Ali show, not me just going up there and everybody listening to me. I have members in there that can hold their own classes. I can say that very confidently. Dr. Aris Latham as well. There's many people, yo, many people. They're all going to tell you the same thing for the most part. Somebody else said they had that same experience as well. I don't know what site you're speaking about. Somebody said I was called to work with and never even heard of Motivite until it came to him in a dream. Yeah, Motivite's the truth. Some people don't like Motivite. That's cool, you know what I'm saying? But Motivite to me, that's first time I had my extraterrestrial experience, which you can look up on YouTube. Motivite ET experience. You should be able to find my video. Like I was rocking with Motivite. I love Motivite, you know. Cold showers, that's a pardon me. A lot of people speak about the benefits of cold showers. Some people say it's a way of having mind over matter. Some people say it's a way of shocking the system. Only time I really did cold showers is when I was jogging or running hard body. I loved running, yo. Only reason I stopped running is because when they say runner's knee, that is real. I had a runner's knee for like months, yo, where I can barely walk. So, you know, I had to humble myself, like, man, I can't do it. Even though I loved running, it's like, man, I love my body more. You feel me? Same with weightlifting. That's the reason why I'm taking a break from weightlifting. I started feeling pains, and mind you, I'm lifting with very slow control. I'm not in there like that, but even doing that, I still feel certain pains and stuff like that. So I'm more focusing on yoga now and just maybe weightlifting once a week or twice a week and just doing more calisthenics or whatever. So you have to listen to your body, yo. Gotta listen to your body. Somebody said definitely attending tomorrow. I'm assuming that you're in the program in my accelerator, spiritualaccelerator.com. You're definitely gonna get some advice. Yeah, I'm doing more calisthenic. Like, shoot, when I first started working out, yo, I couldn't even do a pull-up, bro. Couldn't even do one pull-up. Literally, couldn't do that. You feel me? And I made this example. Like, not being able to do a pull-up is like being on the side of a building and not being able to pull yourself up. Imagine being on the side of a building on a ledge, holding yourself. You can't do a pull-up, you ain't gonna be able to pull yourself up. So now I can do, you know, double digits pull-ups, but I couldn't even do pull-ups at first, yo. I don't get what you're saying. Deity portrait. I've seen my higher self in many different forms. I'll put it like that. I don't want to go too deep into that though. Because once again, I don't want people comparing their experience with mine. Especially when you get to I'm very self-aware, and I'm very, even though I don't view myself as a spiritual leader or teacher, I know there's many people that do. So I'm very self-aware of if I say something, it can be taken as golden. This is what's supposed to happen. I'm very careful with not disseminating information where it feels like it has to be this way or it's not going to work and stuff like that. So I'm not sure exactly what that question means. What up, Renita? Peace to you. What up, Jill? I know I'm gonna see you tomorrow, Jill. Yeah, I would say if you haven't juice fast before, maybe start with 1 day. Like for real, y'all. You just have to figure out your own rhythm, your own plan. You know what I'm talking about? Like the whole thing, a lot of you, and this is going to resonate, a lot of you think too much. You research, what are you researching and thinking about that you know you could start? An example of this may be like the ancestor altar. So I know a lot of people got on their ancestor altar based on my information. So I use ancestor altar. Like you've listened to all my videos, you listen to other people, you have all the supplies, but yet you haven't started it yet. You feel me? What other things are you overly researching and overly preparing instead of starting? You're not able to tweak and get different guidance until you start something. You feel me? Like I'm working on my 4th book right now. And truth be told, the first draft, I wrote a lot of words and I scrapped it and started another draft. But I wouldn't be able to get to the second draft if I didn't do the first draft. So I'm sharing that to say you have to start something, then your spirit will guide you and you can tweak things. But if you overthink it, you don't even start a lot of this stuff, yo. So my whole thing is just start getting it cracking. And then once you do that, you'll be guided to whatever you need to do next. All right. Y'all know I'm all about doing the work. Stop thinking too much, yo. Just do the work. What up, Natalyn? Good to see you as well. How many day ones do I have in here? How many people been rocking with me or not rocking with me? How many people have been aware of me since I've been on YouTube, period? How many people? Third book is called Alter Magic Manual. It is being edited, and I promise that it'll be out in January. It's been a long editing process. In fact, it's like the only thing that I've said publicly that I've totally reneged. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's a reputation ruiner. I've literally got people who pre-ordered it over a year ago. And I always say, if you want a refund, just hit us up. I'll be glad to refund you. But yeah, it's been a long editing role. Alter Magic Manual. After you notice, I don't do any videos dealing with the altar. And after that book, to be honest, I don't even really want to talk about the altar anymore. It's just one aspect of spirituality. My fourth book is going to really put all these things in perspective, yo. There's so many different practices, so many different things to do. So my book, I don't want to say the title because I may change it, but it's going to help you know your path, and it's going to help you be your own master. It's not for people who are dabbling, not for people who are comfortable where they are, if they're EFI or spiritual or religious or whatever. It's for people who like, yo, just give me what I need to do so I can be my own master and guru. That's who the book is for. It's going to be a very niche community. Because I know most people want a master. Most people want a teacher. Most people just want to be told what to do. This book is for people who want to be their own master and want to do whatever the hell they want to do. So I cannot wait to put that out. It's going to, my egoically, the way I'm viewing this book is, for this book, however much I charge, I can charge $50 for the book. For this book, it's going to replace and get rid of a lot of these teachers and fake gurus, in my opinion. This book is going to get rid of a lot of these fake teachers. Can't wait to put this book out. Cannot wait. Nessa, what up? That's you? Nessa VR McKinnon? What up? Peace to the God, yo. Yeah, who's interested in the fourth book, yo? I see Donna said, I need that book. Who's interested in being their own guru, their own master, and just want the blueprint in order to do it, yo? For my accelerator members, you have a self-paced module with the same information. You try to get a refund, Delisha Stevens, hit us up. Go to the website and just contact us. Go to about or go to contact. It's all the way down at the bottom, l9shop.com. el9shop.com. Be glad to give you a refund. And seriously, my apologies. You know what I'm saying? I do not want to. I consider myself a pretty prolific writer, but I would not put something out that I'm charging for without another person I feel like is better qualified to edit a book do that. I've never put out a book and just like, here you go. And that's another thing about people that look like me. I'm just gotta keep it a buck. You feel me? Like, I gotta say this sensibly. A lot of times we don't hold we hold people that look like us to a higher standard. I'll just put it like that. We'll give other people a benefit of doubt, but if I do something or say something that's not in alignment or whatever, it's gonna appear worse. It goes back to that jump higher, run faster type of thing. We hold people that look like me will hold me to a higher standard than they do somebody that don't look like me. Don't want to get into that, but that's the way it is. In my own standard, when someone's charging and paying for something, I want to make sure I give a quality product and I over deliver. Like right now, my accelerator program, for what I'm charging, I know I'm over delivering. That's why in January, I'm raising the price, because I'm not doing you. I'm doing you a disservice and myself a disservice for the amount that I'm charging now. If you invest and respect it more, you would use it more and get more out of it. You know, I learned a long time ago, investing in your spirituality is a way of growth. And it's not me saying you need to invest in me. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about my experience. When I invested in higher end crystals, when I went on the Tybro and got medallions, when I, got certain books or went and attended certain, even though I only did a couple live events, I noticed how my growth heightened, it quickened or whatever. Because I was telling myself and telling the universe, I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. I want to grow spiritually and I'm willing to invest in it. So one of the cheat codes in order to grow in spiritually. Chris, you don't need that book. You good. You made yourself into your own guru, your own master. Not only in spirituality, but you always do the Wing Chun or the martial arts. I'm assuming you're still doing that. So self-mastery and spirituality, the path to spiritual mastery, yo. Okay. You saying you requested a refund from the accelerator? I've never had anybody request a refund from the accelerator membership. So like and if you sent me an email, I would not have avoided it. I don't want to get into that, but yeah, just hit me up, yo. Hit me up. If you were in a membership for 1 month, you want to get out and you want a refund, you ain't get it, just hit me up. No one gets jerked, yo. No one gets jerked. Yeah, I've done mad videos on crystals, yo. Thank you. Hey, Kenny, what's up? Peace, bro. Said mad jewels in the accelerator program. All right, Joshua, peace to the God. I'm chopping up with y'all, yo. Chopping up. Well, we got trolls. That's beautiful. Hey, yo, I remember telling my people, man, when I was started getting on YouTube, yo, I was like, man, I don't get no hate. You feel me? Like I already know it's based on my chart. I'm the kind of person where I get along with most people. Most people I'm cool with. I don't really have problems with humans like that. Even though I'm not a humanist and I don't really like being around humans, just keep it all the way real with you. I've never really had a problem with humans. It's in my chart. I can show you the markings where I'm pretty much I don't want to say loved, or I'm pretty much everybody's cool with me for the most part. And I remember being on YouTube, I was like, man, I get too much love. I can't wait to start getting some haters, some dislikes, people saying you're wrong and stuff like that. And my son said this, my youngest son, he was like, man, he said, if you're popular, you're going to get people talking bad about you. It comes with the territory. He's 15 years old and he knows that. So I said that to say, I was looking forward to getting hate, because hate is another form of love. If you understand the polarity, love and hate are the same thing. Why do you think a celebrity said there's no bad publicity? There's nothing bad you can say. It's all free publicity. Because when you say something bad about a person, all another person will do is look up. What did they do bad? It's a way of getting energy. And when you pay attention to something, that's a form of currency. That's an exchange of monetary value, for real, for real. So when I started getting on YouTube, I was looking forward to getting hate, trolls, and all that stuff. That doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me whatsoever. Like I tell y'all, anybody can come on here and say whatever, just don't come to my crib. Different story. Different story. Kim Taylor says, same here. My chart says the same thing, but prefer not to be around humans. Yeah, humans are draining, yo. Humans are very draining. Very draining people, yo. So I don't see anything else. Deity Linkage book helps as well. Yep. First book, Deity Linkage Manual, #1 bestseller. And the second book, Noun Purpose Manual. Definitely cop those. If you're on my email, you get the Noun Purpose Manual for free. That's it. I don't even like telling people that. You know what I mean? There's so many things I don't even really like putting out there like that, because I don't want it to be where I'm just signing up to get this or whatever. I don't want to be on like that. If you feel like you want some inspiration, that's why I want you to join the email. Somebody said, especially now with Karens and zombies. You feel me? Somebody said I had a good experience in the accelerator program. seeking a community of like-minded, I couldn't recommend anything better than the Accelerator Program. Even if I wasn't the founder, I still couldn't recommend that. Oh, you're welcome, Bougie B. Thank you for joining in. Good to see you. Somebody said the new emails are food. It's like it's humbling, yo. Some of the things people are saying about those emails, yo, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm glad you look forward to them. Yeah, I'm going to start talking about, since I'm this day one of the fast, I'm sure I'm going to talk about the juice fast in the email. Also, if you go to my Instagram, Indra.Ali, the number 9, which I'm changing that to. I'll probably do like Indra Ali official or something like that. But go to my Instagram. I'm sure I'll put something in my stories as well. Somebody said, L said, yes, they are. They help tremendously, all caps. I'm like, yo, the emails are gold, yo, for free. And like I said, I can come on here and make a video every day, but this is more involved. Like, to be honest, if I committed to doing live every morning, I probably wouldn't do it. But for me, I can type out a couple of emails or something like that very quick. So me personally, I'd rather give you that support daily via email or whatever. And plus, you know, this is a whole thing as far as business people. I own my emails. You feel me? YouTube can flag me. Instagram can shut me down. My email is stuff I own. So I can always be in correspondence with you. You feel me? Somebody else said they inspire me. I'll be looking forward. Are seniors welcome to the Accelerator Program? Absolutely not. If you're over 50, you can't be a part of it. You feel me? Of course, there's no age. Here's the thing about me, yo, if you didn't figure it out. I don't care about race. I don't care about gender. I don't care about ethnicity. I don't care about sexual orientation. I don't care about rich or poor. I don't care about religious affiliation. I don't care about none of those divisive things. When I tell you I'm a true occultist and spiritualist, I can care less about those things. Why do you think I don't make videos specifically for melanated people? Even though I know 90-something% of my audience is melanated, mostly people in my accelerator program melanated, most people that shop in the stores melanated. I get all that. But me personally, I can care less of y'all care about that. I don't care about that, yo. I've had past life. I know of 2 past lives for sure. One, I was Asian, one I was European, and this one I'm a melanated cat, grew up in the hood. 3 different races, 1 soul. You have all these different lifetimes and incarnation with different races and different ethnicity and stuff like that. To me, it seems weird when spiritualists are stuck on race. That's weird to me. You know what I mean? Now, if that's you, then do you. Like, by all means, hate white people, hate black, do you. I'm talking about what I do. I can care less about all that weird stuff. It's weird to me, yo. Hey, yo, my man RZA said, every devil ain't pale. You feel me? Only group that I've ever resonated with as far as like, man, I can be part of that is the Nation of Gods and Earths, the 5%er. That resonated with me. And they teach in that the white man is the devil. You feel me? But RZA, Ruler Zizaz Zigala, who is a 5%er, he even said, every devil ain't pale. I mean, I ain't stupid. I know Europeans have done a lot of crazy stuff to this land. Like, don't get it twisted. But nowadays, a lot of people that look like me do crazy stuff to each other. You feel me? So who's better? Who's worse? I think every race has their Achilles and their history that may not be so uplifting. You feel me? There's people right now. There's 85 people watch us live, 1,000 people watch on the playback. Mostly melanated once again. And I bet most of the people that's done you wrong look just like you. I've had more people that look like me that have attacked me. I have more people that look like me that I have thrown hands with. Now, part of it is based on the area I grew up in, being around all black people. You know what I mean? It's based on that, but I also went to all white schools. I also went to, you know what I mean? So I said all that to say I can care less about that stuff, yo. I'm truly a spiritualist. I go beneath the surface. That's what a cult means. Hidden. The race is not hidden to me. I can tell if you're a woman, a man. A lot of times you can tell somebody's gay, straight, whatever. You can tell these things. But what most people can't see is beneath the surface. You can't see a person's intent. You can't see a person's spirit. You can't see a person's emotions. You can't see their past. You feel me? So I'm beyond all of that. That's weird to me. But by all means, if that's how you get down, but I'm not going to stop you. You come here. I know we need certain people to put in work, but I think they put in work against the wrong people, in my opinion. I don't want to get deep into that because that could be considered something else. All right. Definitely peace to the gods of the earth. I still vibe with a lot of the ideology of the nation of gods and earths. You feel me? Father Allah, peace and blessing be upon him. Clarence 13X was a legend, absolute legend, unsung hero in the conscious community. You feel me? He broke away from the Nation of Islam, started his own thing. The Nation of Islam was scared to go into the community. I shouldn't say scared. They didn't go to the trenches. You feel me? They didn't go to the spots where it goes down. You feel me? They kind of stayed on the outskirts. Father Allah, he seen a niche and he went to the people who needed it most and gave them those teachings. Why do you think a lot of the rappers, a lot of early rappers, they had knowledge of self? That's where we get the term knowledge of self. They were 5% or God body. You feel me? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know, he taught them that. He went and uplifted them. He also was in community, like he was so legendary in his time. The mayor at the time in New York was calling him. Like people don't know this. Read the book. It's been a minute since I read that book. In Search of Allah, if I'm not mistaken, by the brother Wakil Allah, if I'm not mistaken. Part itself, if I'm all the way off. But if you look up the autobiography of Clarence 13X, yo, it's a beautiful story. Beautiful story. Wakil Allah, I had the pleasure of having a couple of email exchanges with him as well. So, yeah, definitely. Like Nation of Gods of Earth definitely have a spot in my heart. And like I said, as an 80s baby growing up on hip hop, Wu-Tang, all of them were members of the, 5%er. That's why they used the God language. I remember listening to Wu-Tang and Rakim and all the gods. They was like, peace, God. I remember that one song where Wu-Tang's like, everything. He said, no, one woman, Adam and Eve, ain't no such thing, God. Everything that always has been, always will be. You feel me? Just the way they talk. I'm like, growing up in a church, it was mind-boggling. Like these cats had enough energy, enough wisdom to refer to themselves as God. That was empowering. Hearing nigga, black, and all these other things. Not saying nothing wrong with that, but what feels more empowering? Peace, my nigga. Peace, brother. Peace, God. God sounds way more empowering to me. So that resonated with me growing up. So I've always been a fan of the 5%ers. What's today's mathematics? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Knowledge culture. 1-4. So definitely, yo. So I got people say they want the fourth book. Yeah, definitely. Once again, be on my email list. You would definitely know when it's going down. Be in the accelerator program, you'll definitely know when it's going down. Or be subscribed to the YouTube. You'll definitely know when it's going down. All right, so yeah, I've been on here with y'all for over an hour now. So appreciate everybody for coming through. Remember to go to indraemail.com for your daily spiritual wisdom. If you want to work with me, also join a community of like-minded souls. You want some exclusive content, go to spiritualaccelerator.com. For items like crystal sets, Motivite, my famous herbs I've been promoting now for years, the Kalia Zakatachichi, the mugwort, blue lotus, personal talismans, and all that good stuff. Go to l9shop.com, el9shop.com. That is my online store. All right, so until next time, y'all, peace.